So, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves an update to get into when it comes to the situation that I had discussed previously revolving around Emiru and what happened at TwitchCon2025. Twitch CEO responds after Emiru assaulted at TwitchCon2025. This ought to be good because I do not have a very high opinion about the CEO of Twitch for a wide variety of reasons. But let's get into this here. Twitch CEO Dan Clancy spoke publicly following the assault of streamer Emiru at TwitchCon 2025, reaffirming that creator safety remained the company's top priority. Just from reading out that one sentence right there, already is starting to make my blood come to a boil. That is fucking horseshit. So let me get this straight right here, okay? Like, you're off partying while Emiru is being assaulted. And here's also another big factoid to keep on the table right here, because I still don't understand why the fuck things happened the way that they did. But Emiru's personal security, her favorite security, somehow gets punished and banned from premise even though he was doing his job, and yet you let the assaulter walk away scot-free, and only then, after does the clip get exposed, do you scramble to try and attempt a punishment. First a 30-day ban off of Twitch, and then a perma-ban off of Twitch. And like I had asked before, what the fuck is that going to do? That ain't gonna do a damn thing. Like, just check this out, y'all. Like, just imagine, like, you're at work, and you do your job, and you do your job very well. And then, as thanks, you get fucking punished for it. That right there is Twitch 2025 in a nutshell. So fuck out of here with all that fucking top priority creator safety bullshit. I see right through you like a shot glass. Speaking to journalist Taylor Lorenz, oh fuck, here we go, Clancy acknowledged the seriousness of the situation and said Twitch was taking a close look at what happened during the convention. On October 17th, a male attendee approached Emiru while she was on stage at TwitchCon and grabbed her without consent. Security pushed the man away, with Emiru subsequently being escorted off stage. And again, I need to point this out. Had this not been recorded, had this not been brought to the forefront when it comes to just anything in general, would we even have a response from Twitch in the first place? I don't think so. And color me biased. Yeah, maybe I do have a little bit of bias coming into this type of topic right here, but I'm just gonna say this. I genuinely feel like Twitch's responses and apologies to all of this, they aren't genuine about it. They're only sorry because their asses got called out, and rightfully so. The safety of our creators is our top priority, Clancy continued during the interview, adding, "The challenge we face is a challenge in today's society. It's not limited to Twitch, it extends throughout our society." Oh boy, wow, what a way to try and deflect away from having Twitch take responsibility for what happened to one of their creators. Oh, it extends throughout our society. Well, that might be, but this happened within the confines and the platform of Twitch. Take some fucking responsibility, you old fucking goof. And also, here is another big thing. Maybe it wouldn't be so much of a challenge if people, i.e. security, did their fucking jobs and not punish those that actually did their jobs well, i.e. the case with Emiru's personal security somehow being perma-banned, even though they were just doing their job that Emiru wanted out of them.
And others. Obviously, we saw one Twitch streamer yesterday, Emiru, get assaulted by a male fan, and a lot of streamers have, especially female streamers, have talked about, you know, the danger that they feel from these sort of toxic, I guess, parasocial kind of creeps. What are you guys doing to prioritize safety? Because I know also a bunch of Twitch content creators said that they were too scared to even come to TwitchCon this year, just in case something like what happened yesterday would happen.
The safety of our creators is the top priority. The challenge we face is a challenge in today's society. It's not limited to Twitch. It extends throughout our society. I do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people, you can make it so that those people that you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't there. Okay, it's very different. You know, when I use other short form content and people say all sorts of stuff, myself, well, I can't stop that. But when I live stream, they basically don't bother me. Now, what happened yesterday obviously was something that we care deeply about, securing this environment. We're looking very closely at everything that happened there, and I care deeply about Emmy. She's a friend of mine, and so I want to see how we can support her. This is just something we have to keep working on. I think everyone identifies our tools in terms of trust and safety as the leaders in the industry about helping creators, but that means there's always more work to be done because that's the world we live in now.
Demi had posted earlier today that I guess this fan was allowed to cross multiple barriers at TwitchCon. Why should streamers trust Twitch to keep them safe at TwitchCon? Because I feel like simultaneously this has been such a secure event to the point that even like journalists have had struggled. It is very secure, but here's this man that just walks up and is somehow able to bypass all these things. So why should they trust the platform when slip-ups or, issues like this have happened?
Well, I mean, as you know, I think you toured some of what we do in terms of security. The reality is, even as you do a lot in terms of security in today's world, there are challenges that can present themselves, especially when someone is putting themselves out there, right? And so, we try to work very closely with each creator about what they want to do and what works for them, right? So I don't want to get into any, specifics or details, but part of that is working with creators and, trying to find them. Right now, we're definitely, ramping it up to make sure creators know that we have the resources there to help them figure out what's right for them.
Clancy said, I do think that when you're live streaming in many ways, that you control your community and you can ban people. You can make it so that those people who you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't there. And would you care to elaborate on that notion right there, Mr. Clancy? How on earth can we control the people that we ban to not show up in person during a fucking convention? I don't know if you had a PR team write some lines and script out your responses or whatever, but this right here is just so fucking out of touch and tone deaf that I don't even think you understand that. Yeah, sure, when it comes to the online aspect, sure, you can control your community and ban people. There's absolutely no disagreements about that. But who's to say if whether or not that's going to stop those banned people from showing up in person? You can't control that. Addressing the assault directly, he said, what happened yesterday was something that we care deeply about securing this environment. What a fucking donut, man. I don't believe a single word he says when he tries to, grandstand on all of this. This is all just a bunch of PR fucking nonsense. A whole bunch of blah, 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 blah. We care about creator security, blah, 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 blah. Shut up, old man. We're looking very closely at everything that happened there, and I care deeply about Emiru. She's a friend of mine, so I want to see how we can support her. Wow. Fucking wow. You claim you care deeply, and yet you somehow manage to drop the fucking ball by allowing for the assaulter to not only get away with the crimes that they have committed, but to also, like I said previously, punish Emiru's personal security, her favorite security. You cannot, with a straight face, say those type of comments and act like it's 100% true. Emiru's favorite security was somehow punished and permabanned because, Lord forbid, they actually did their job. You want to say that you care deeply about Emiru and that she's a friend of yours? Fucking miss me with that bullshit, man. Get the fuck out of here with that. He said that Twitch's trust and safety systems were considered among the strongest in the industry, but said there's always more work to be done. And you want to know something? I think, honestly, you need to stop fucking self-glazing yourself, and you need to actually take your head out of your ass and look at things through the objective lens. I don't know if maybe your site is going. I don't know if maybe you need to have specialized contacts or something. But for fuck's sakes there, Dan Clancy. This right here, what are you even trying to say here? All I'm getting out of this is self-glazing and fucking grandstanding. That is literally all I'm getting out of his words. He's saying a lot of words, but it's not really telling us anything substantially positive. But we're almost done here. Clancy's comments come as Twitch faces continued scrutiny over convention security, with many creators warning others not to attend as a result. And that right there is another caveat in this situation. Like, even your own creators are disavowing attendance of conventions given how unsafe they've been, especially as of late. So, yeah, that right there was quite infuriating to talk about. Like, I just don't even understand how people can even remotely support Twitch at this point. Like, seriously, for years, they have been rightfully scrutinized for a wide variety of reasons, and I think this right here is the absolute final straw for a lot of people. Like, Twitch needs to seriously be taken down a few pegs, they need to be humbled, and they need to understand what the fuck is actually up. But these right here are just my own opinions and analysis on the subject, but what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.